Providence Television International, the game changer, taking you to the outer limits of television. The program Was Trending is sponsored by Paul Nosa Ogeho, proudly Benin, promoting good corporate governance. Yes, hello again, you're welcome. We'll be looking at news, tidbits from politics and security and the World Cup. By the way, it's kicking off on Thursday. Now, the presidential candidate of the Nigeria Democratic Congress, Peter Obi, has demanded 5 billion naira in damages. The public apology from actor turned politician Kenneth Okonkwo over alleged defamatory statements made during a television interview. You're looking for campaign funds. That's Okonkwo talking, reacting to Obi's 5 billion naira defamation suit. APC, PDP, LP lose members as 13 reps defect. The House of Representatives resumed from its 4-week recess on Tuesday to a wave of defections as the lawmakers announced their movement to new political parties. So the deluge continues. Peter Obi dissatisfied with NDC ticket sales but resolves to stay and fix the party. Good gesture. The ruling All Progressives Congress APC has put on hold the issuance of certificates of return to some candidates who emerged victorious in its recent primaries following an internal review process. We're watching. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ruled that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is prohibited from recognizing or participating in any congresses organized by the Caretaker Committee of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), led by Senator David Mark. Atiku Abubakar meets Dele Momodu as running mate talks gather momentum. Waiting. PDP crisis. The Senator Adolphus Wabara-led chairman of the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has instituted a suit against INEC as Bode George, Wabara, Babangida Aliyu, Shiroma Jerigana demand recognition of the faction. Yabo Obasanjo, first daughter of ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo, resigned from APC after losing Ogun governorship ticket to Senator Solomon Adeola. Where does she go from here? Political tension rocks Nigeria Democratic Congress over Rabiu Kwakwanso's exit rumors following his conspicuous absence from the party's vital National Executive Committee (NEC) meeting. (2027) Turaki-led faction of the PDP faults INEC's decision to give Wike Camp access code to upload party candidates. So how many candidates are they going to have? The Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC) has introduced new internal reforms as one of its directives states that all elected individuals who represent the NDC must consult with the party before making any policy decision or appointing anyone other than themselves. Wike says 80% of Tinubu's completed FCT projects were initiated by previous governments. What does it mean? The Edo State government has ordered the immediate closure of 3 secondary schools in Akoko Edo local government area following intelligence reports of a planned kidnap attack targeting students. That's talking about security. And many more will come. For instance, the authorities stated that the decision was taken as a precautionary measure to safeguard students, teachers, and other school personnel amid growing security concerns in the area. The House of Representatives has summoned the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, Minister of Defense General Christopher Musa, and his finance counterpart Taiwo Yedele for questioning over the spike in kidnappings in some parts of the country. Senate leader Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele has said that the National Assembly will this week pass the Constitutional Amendment Bill seeking to establish state police, describing the reform as long overdue amid worsening security challenges. Insecurity. FG's approach has failed and Nigeria is bleeding, says Kwakwanso. After rescue of 416 captives in Borno, 11 more kidnapped women regain freedom. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has, in a landmark judgment, declared unlawful the National Assembly's controversial 110 billion naira vehicle and allowance schemes, stating that it breached procurement laws, constitutional obligations, and the public trust. Federal government admits that Justice J.K. Omotosho lacked jurisdiction to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. It's a window of opportunity coming to Kanu. President Bola Tinubu has dispatched a high-level delegation to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to secure the immediate repatriation of nearly 300 Nigerian nationals serving prison sentences in that country. Nigeria's foreign debt to hit $72.6 billion after 2027 polls. That's coming from the IMF. From the Vatican, Pope Leo says, no situation can make God turn his gaze from us. That's true. And now to sports and the World Cup specifically. The 2026 World Cup kicks off on Thursday, 11th June 2026 with the United States, Mexico, and Canada playing host to football's greatest event. Record 48 teams are playing in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which marks the first time the tournament has expanded from its previous 32-team format. The teams are divided into 12 groups of 4. And several major nations failed to qualify for the expanded 48-team FIFA World Cup. The most notable absentees include 4-time world champions Italy, African heavyweights Nigeria, Cameroon, and European regulars like Denmark and Poland. Although Brazil last won the FIFA World Cup in 2002, it remains the most successful nation in World Cup history with 5 titles, namely the 1958 World Cup played in Sweden, 1962 in Chile, 1970 in Mexico, 1994 in the United States, and 2002 in South Korea and Japan. A United States official has revealed that Somali referee Omar Aton was denied entry into the country ahead of the FIFA World Cup because of his alleged association with suspected members of terror organizations. And lastly for today, Lionel Messi scored within minutes of making his return from an injury scare as Argentina beat Iceland 3-0 in their final World Cup warm-up in Auburn, Alabama on Tuesday. The program Was Trending is sponsored by Paul Nosa Ogeho, proudly Benin, promoting good corporate governance. Yes, and that's our program for today. Thanks for staying tuned to your favorite station. Remember to tell others about us. This is Emmanuel Igariba. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.